And single shines the triple sun. What was sundered and undone shall be whole. The two make one. By Gelfling hand, or else by none. By Gelfling hand? Do you know what that means, Kira?
Wait. This is a piece of the dark crystal.
Then that's what my master meant.
Yes.
Peace. Now it's a vibrate. Y'all know what it is. Just coming in while it's hot. Just a reminder of the paradox of this realm, and I want to connect it in connection with the dragon energy, and reptilian energy. I see a lot of people, man, much love to everybody who's tapping in and speaking in on it. I know the Brethren Bridge of Ra, shout out, should I say, much love to Bridge of Ra. He just did a video on it too. I've been speaking on it as well. And it's just a reminder, again, being in this realm, the paradox of this realm of without some of the toxins, there wouldn't be healthy things. So without some of the parasitic beings or energies, you wouldn't be learning what herbs are helpful to your being. You wouldn't even have something to learn about if it wasn't for the opposites in this realm. You know what I'm saying? And yes, duality is not the end all be all, but again, it's a part of the experience in this realm. And this is also personified and also with parasites, aka vampires, the process of reincarnation, it's connected, again, it's the microcosm, macrocosm. You got things in your body that's parasitic and vampiristic that tries to keep you in a certain state of being. Then you go as within, so without. There's beings or entities or egregors in this realm that tries to influence your energy field or seep through your aura, to get you to be influenced to be, parasitic, and, drain you on that level. And then you have even, again, on the macrocosmic level, and getting to a cosmic level, when we talk about the constellations or the zodiac signs, and in essence, but more so just speaking to the moon and Saturn, and that doesn't make the moon and Saturn bad, but it's just understanding what's going on with that energy, and the whole Rahu and Ketu situation, Rahu being the head of the serpent, Ketu being the body, and again, it's the Rahu, the north node, Ketu, the south node, and how that could be vampiristic, because reincarnating or going through a cycle, being trapped in a cycle, could feel very vampiristic, in the sense of it feels very draining to be in a cycle constantly that you don't want to be in. Now of course, again, make lemonade out of lemons. You gotta, in essence, it sounds like the corny new age perspective, but it's having gratitude to the fact that you're going through that lesson loop is helping you to see you haven't learned this lesson yet. So it's helping you to see all right, you really need to get this before moving forward. Because there's certain things that if we don't really solidify and really know what's going on before moving forward, we'll get to the next stage and not be prepared for something that'll just wipe us out because we didn't learn the lesson in the loop that we was in previously. AKA, again, on a big scale, karmically reincarnating, or on a microcosmic scale, you could say lesson loop. Lesson loop is like miniature reincarnations. It's today you're doing the same thing again because you didn't, respond differently you know, you didn't learn what you're supposed to learn and respond differently, so you're reincarnating, aka looping back into this moment. You know, and again, like how I spoke to the microcosmic debts as well, like, you know, or transitions where, you know, I'm doing videos and it's like before going on to the next transition, you know, it's almost like, you know, and you see it with different artists or different beings who do certain things, and they like, you know, it's almost like they leave your will in essence. Like I spoke on the artists who might like, hey, this is my last album. Like it's almost like I'm making sure I take care of y'all before I transition into this next space, because I'm gonna no longer be in this space, you know. And you see like how that mirrors the, you know, the macrocosmic transition of, you know, again, like not being in this bodysuit and transitioning into a different state of being or a different dimension, you know, because literally, you know, it is a different dimension. You know, if I, you know, again, like how I spoke on with me doing the videos, I'm making sure I drop these playlists. It's like, let me make sure I connect these dots as best as I can, you know, because what a parent, you know, what most parents would love to do for their children is like, let me make sure I leave all the detail, you know, all the shit, all my strengths, all my weaknesses, what worked for me and what didn't work for me, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we learn from, you know, hence why we learn from our own mistakes, but, you know, also learning from the quote unquote, and not mistakes is a bad thing, but, you know, just it's a mistake, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you mistook the energy, you misread, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not anything bad in that sense, you know, part of the learning experience, you know. Again, you failed that first spelling test, you know, made a mistake spelling something, then you learn, all right, not to put one F in the word different, because last time I did that, you know, I got that wrong, so let me put 2 F's when I'm spelling different, you know, for the, you know, perspective. But again, you know, you see the layers of it. So with the, you know, the whole dragon bloodlines and that whole connection, you know, and more so, you know, speaking from the vampiristic, parasitic perspective, again, you know, you see it on all layers, and even with the north node, south node, because if you still stand in the comfort zone of your south node, you know, it may feel a little comfortable, because even a lesson loop, you know, can have some comfort to it because it's no unexpected change, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing every day, you know what I'm saying? For those of y'all who watch movies, you know, the movie Boss Level, you know, and they even speak on the whole Osiris thing up in there as well, but it goes deep into, you know, like very upfront about looping into the same situations. And the brethren had to, like, you know, it was like loop 157, and he had to like really, you know, find out like what different to do, how to respond differently to the loops, you know what I'm saying? And even with me making this video again, it's like, you know, I still feel that energy to refine some of the things that I already spoke on, you know, and make sure that, you know, again, like amplifying the clarity in connection with my, you know, what I've already spoken on my channel. Because again, like with having, you know, even though I may say I'm not the guru, or I'm not, you know, I'm not this, I'm not that, you know, still though within my channel, you know, like if I done spoke on some things, you know, again, like when you create something, it's like a child. And, you know, my YouTube channel is like a child to me in essence, you know what I'm saying, energetically. And it's making sure I take care of my child, you know what I'm saying? AKA, you know, making sure I do the things, you know, because it's almost like, you know, leaving your children up for adoption if you half-ass explain something and then leave it to other beings who talk on the, you know, symbolically and, you know, literally, you know, it's like, again, like leaving it up to other beings who speak on certain esoteric information to you know, clear up the things that you didn't clear up or didn't speak on. You know, it's like, nah, you know, I'm here, you know, let me keep refining, what I've already spoken on, because I do my best to, again, like go through the macro, micro, sometimes being very simple with explanation, sometimes, coming from a more complex level, but even whether simple or complex, it is explained in a manner where it could be digestible, where, those with, some level of comprehension, could grasp what's going on. Of course, again, some complex situation or complex information or just deeper information, of course, you got to be somewhere in the know about it, to, tap into it, but for the most part, again, it's that same energy. So again, just being a reminder of, again, when we looking at the whole, what bloodline or like what's the reptilians that's deceptive, and what's the, the energy, our dragon energy that we, are connected with, in a healthy manner, with, deciphering that, again, it's for awareness. It's not to point out or try to make one as bad. Now, that being said, of course, we are bringing forth truth, and doing this so that, people don't get caught up in, like what I always said when I first got into this is like the quote unquote only evil, again, if you want to call something evil, or not even bad, but just say, evil, or, like something delusional is something that's, in essence, trying to influence you to do something, in essence, against your will. So it's like any misinformation or, anything trying to, influence you to do something, especially without giving you all the facts. And, when you think about this realm, you see like, all right, this tries to influence me without giving me all the facts. This tries to influence me, like the news try to influence, you kind of get an awareness of, that energy. Not to keep it real, of course, there might even be people, places, and things that may, even look like you, because again, a part of, certain beings' energy is shape-shifting. It might be beings that actually look like your spiritual fam, or whatever the case may be, but not genuinely trying to, be in alignment with being, forthright, truthful, like just being straightforward and truthful, without trying to influence you or create or paint some type of picture to make it seem like, oh, you only have this choice. It's like, no, there's more to it, and just something I felt, was key to share, again, like the vampiristic energy, and it's also to share from that perspective, again, to be nimble in the awareness, or to be open-minded in the awareness of, again, like it's not just one thing, in the sense of like, oh, it's just these beings, but these beings also represented as, again, like a macro, like this energy is expressed macrocosmically and micro, from the parasitic energies that may exist within your body to, the ones closely outside your body, into the ones that may be, further beyond, so to speak, but it's all, in essence, again, like telling the same story. Again, the dragon, hence why the dragon explanation is used more so, again, in the Hindu aspect of astrology, or Vedic astrology, but that's being, again, like the being in that cycle, that moon emotional attachment energy, that, you know, in essence could be draining, because you think about now, if you got like a certain emotional attachment with something in your past and you're trying to move forward, it seems vampiristic and draining, you know, that every time you're trying to start a new project, this thought or emotion attached to the past, you know what I'm saying, comes up and basically like sucking on your blood, sucking on your life force, you know what I'm saying, trying to prevent you from, you know, making new connections or working on new projects, you know what I'm saying, and things of this nature. But again, it starts within. You know, it's not about blaming somebody else, because whatever emotional attachment or, you know, a thought form attachment, you know, that you may be dealing with, you know, it comes from your own choices before coming into your body, you know, or should I say, you know, again, like what you dealt with in a previous life before coming into this body, and the choices you made within this body in this lifetime. So of course, yeah, it may be your emotional attachment connected with so and so or this and that, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, so and so and this and that you know, that emotional attachment coming from, they're obviously not, you know what I'm saying, gonna fix it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I say fix, but you know, they're not gonna help you to detach, you know what I'm saying, healthily, you know what I'm saying, and compassionately. You know, you gotta do that yourself, you know what I'm saying? So just again, like, just seeing, you know, all those little different correlations and you know, again, and just the whole energy of, you know, being aware of what you focus on and give your energy to, because what you focus on is giving energy to something. You know, it's funny because I think about, like, when I was, you know, in my, like, that first strong awakening, you know, it's like, and realizing that, it's like, hence why I would kind of state to myself so much, it's like, damn, there's so many things, kind of just trying to do things, you know, people calling me just so I could, like, you know, texting me just so I could kind of read the text, like, just all forms, you know. And again, nothing good or bad, right or wrong, like everybody texting you and trying to talk to you is like trying to steal your energy, you know what I'm saying? But and I say but, and, you know what I'm saying, just that awareness, though, that, you know, that is a thing, you know what I'm saying, hence why they call it paying attention. You know, you paying, you know, with your chi energy, with your life force, and, you know, you pay too much of your life force away, you know what I'm saying, you may be, you know, very drained to the point where you're not able to even operate, you know what I'm saying, hence why, you know, after a vampire, you know, they suck all the blood, that person, you know, is drained, and in some cases may become a vampire too, you know, like now you kind of have vampiristic traits, you know, due to allowing yourself to be vamped for so long, to where now, you know, you've been in the illusion of being disconnected from source for so long that now you like, fuck it, you know, it just feels easier to drain somebody than to, you know, to rebuild that energy up and work on it, you know. And again, not to make it sound so bleak, you know, but that's what you know, just the accountability for doing our inner work and making sure we're taking care of our energy, you know, comes in it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, again, that only quote unquote evil, you know, energy is that elusive or delusional energy that's trying to create delusion, you know, in your realm, energies that's not, you know, giving you all the facts, you know, energies that's, you know, manipulative. And again, it starts with yourself, because you have to gaslight yourself or manipulate, you know, yourself into, you know, because the whole reason why a lot of times we end up in situations that's not meant for us, you know, it's because you're lying to yourself first. You know, you're manipulating your own self first, and then something, you know, some person, place, or thing manifests to align with the way you're manipulating and lying to yourself, you know, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, staying present, you know, just becoming more and more aware of yourself, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, you know what time it is for me. So, charging up, getting a little yoga, stretching in, you know what I'm saying? I already did the videos on the psoas muscle, and you know how the psoas muscle, stretching the psoas muscle, PSOAS, you know what I'm saying? It's the spelling of it, you know, but how stretching that helps to release a lot of trauma in the body, you know what I'm saying? Exercising, you know what I'm saying? Any exercises that make you raise your knees up, you know what I'm saying? Almost like to your chest in essence. You know, I got videos on that, so I'm not going to go deep into that. But, you know, again, and meditate, you know, doing the mental work, you know what I'm saying? And just, again, constantly, you know, raising awareness of self, you know, so you can respond differently to things that you usually react to, you know, triggers that you usually react to. And again, you know, triggers and trauma, you know, just like the parasitic energies, you know, there's an appreciation for it. You know, it doesn't mean that I want to continuously be traumatized. It doesn't mean that I want to continuously be triggered. It doesn't mean that I want to continuously be vamped off of, you know. It's just the understanding, though, that because that exists, you know, I'm able to learn. I'm able to, again, know what not being vamped is because I know what vamping is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's that paradox. And one thing that could, you know, that could kind of throw you off, you know, a perspective that could throw you off is being angry at the paradox, in the sense of, like, I done seen myself, like, you know, be mad at the fact, like, damn, like, why I can't just be one or the other? Like, how in the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, the ego could get mad at the complexity to some extent of this mirror realm energy and of this, you know what I'm saying, this paradox in this realm, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, just do your best to keep seeing how you can learn from it and understand yourself better through your experiences, whether positive or negative, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now is to vibrate, not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Right now, drink your water, meditate, exercise, do all the things to take care of yourself, love yourself, keep that heart chakra open.